Good evening, graduates, guests, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first time in our long history that I'm saying good evening at a convocation. This is the first time that we are doing an evening convocation because our Faculty of Engineering is growing fantastically. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Waterloo. My name is Feridun Hamdalapur. I have the honor of serving as President and Vice Chancellor of this great university. And it's my privilege to welcome you all to this evening's ceremony. I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are gathered today on the traditional territory of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. And if you could please, those of you standing, remain standing, and those of you, if you're able to stand up, please rise. So I will invite Professor Reinhold Schuster to sing our national anthem, and please feel free to join him if you wish.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. And for thee. And for thee.
Please be seated. Thank you so much, Professor Schuster. That was a rare moment, actually. Well, it's Saturday night, and we just sang "O Canada." I don't think we're at a hockey game. It's my privilege to be the Chancellor of the University of Waterloo, and my name is Tom Jenkins. Graduates, family and friends, President, Provost, honored guests, faculty and staff, it's great to be here this evening to welcome today's graduating class. And what a special graduating class it is. All of our masters and PhDs in one room at one time in engineering. Wow, way to go. It's an impressive group. You've worked very hard for this milestone, graduates, and you've got lots of smiles on your faces, but when I look around this gymnasium, I see a lot of people smiling as well. And you know why they're smiling? Because you're off the payroll now. I have 2 left on the payroll. 2017 is a special year for the University of Waterloo. It's our 60th anniversary. And oh, how far we have come in just 60 years. 60 years ago, this university began with a very unconventional idea. And that idea was to take cooperative education and combine it with academic excellence. And that's been very rarely done throughout the world, even today. But at that time, very rare. And of course, the rest is history. Over the last 60 years, the University of Waterloo has contributed to improving and changing the world. And in fact, in the last 25 years, it's been recognized as the most innovative university in Canada. It's been my pleasure to be part of that ecosystem for more than 30 years now. You can find my office up on the North Campus Research and Technology Park. I had the great pleasure to lead one of the first spin-offs that came from the University of Waterloo. So today, we're going to award degrees. We're not at a hockey game. We're here to give you your degrees that are well-deserved, and we're going to celebrate that. And we're going to begin by conferring an honorary degree on an individual who has distinguished themselves in the academia. And then we're going to confer master's and doctoral degrees. And finally, a medal will be awarded to a graduating student who has excelled in their studies. Now, normally with bachelor's degrees here, I usually have only one rule for a convocation, is that we're finished in 2 hours. So we're being very innovative today, and it's only masters and PhDs this evening, so we'll see if you can beat that number. And you'll establish the new number from now on that we strive for, because as engineers, we always like to have goals, plus or minus margins, and so today, you'll set that goal. I would ask everyone in the gymnasium, if you would, please remain seated during convocation and wait until the academic procession has left the convocation hall. Now, graduates, you're ending one phase of your career and moving into another. And I know many who have sat in the seats that you're sitting in now over many decades. And you have an exciting future ahead of you. And I hope you remember that you are now part of a great alumni network all over the world, and obviously here in the Waterloo ecosystem as well. And I hope you take advantage of it, and don't be a stranger, and come back home. I look forward to hearing about what your adventures will be as you cross the stage as we go through our proceedings. I now invite Kankar Bhattacharya, Professor, Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Göran Andersson. Professor Göran Andersson is a world-renowned expert in electric power engineering, having made significant contributions to the design, development, and deployment of high-voltage DC systems and controls, and developing new concepts and techniques for voltage stability analysis and controls of these systems. After obtaining his PhD from Lund University in Sweden, he worked in HVDC transmission in Asia, taught at the Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm, before moving to ETH Zurich in Switzerland. Professor Andersson has distinguished himself as an educator, supervising hundreds of research theses, with many of his former students becoming accomplished researchers and industry leaders with several coveted awards of their own. His leadership and contributions to power engineering education were recognized with prestigious IEEE Power and Energy Society's Outstanding Power Engineering Educator Award in 2007. Recently, he was awarded the prestigious IEEE PES Prabha Kundur Power System Dynamics and Control Award for his contributions to the understanding and analysis of power system stability, modeling, and control, thus joining a select group of legendary power system engineers who have received this award. He has over 400 highly cited publications reflecting his well-deserved standing as a top engineering researcher and clearly demonstrating the significant impact of his work, which have led to fellowships in the Swiss and Swedish engineering and science academies, and his recent election as a foreign member of the US National Academy of Engineering. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to the field of electric power engineering, I request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering honoris causa upon Göran Andersson.
I am honored to confer upon you, Göran Andersson, the degree of Doctor of Engineering honoris causa, and I extend my sincere congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I now invite Dr. Andersson to address the convocation.
Good evening, everyone. Chancellor Jenkins, Vice Chancellor Hamdullahpur, Provost Orchard, the Engineering Masters and PhD of 2017, faculty, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It's my genuine pleasure to be here with you today. First, my sincere thanks to Chancellor Jenkins for conveying the Doctor of Engineering honoris causa to me. I'm really grateful, proud and humble over this recognition. I also want to thank Professor Bhattacharya for the kind introduction. During my whole professional life, I have worked and interacted with faculty members of University of Waterloo. I can mention a few here. Professor John Reeve, fortunately passed away a couple of years ago. Victor Quintana, who is now an emeritus professor here, but still active. Professor Claudio Canizares, who couldn't be here tonight, and Professor Bhattacharya. All great scholars and dear friends and colleagues. I want to thank you for the fruitful cooperation over the years. Very much appreciated. Now to the most important group here tonight, the Engineering Masters and PhD of 2017. My congratulations and best wishes to you all. You have been working hard the last years to be where you are today, so you should most of all thank yourselves that you have achieved this. However, many others have also been essential in this process. Without the support of your families and friends, this could hardly been accomplished. In addition, your fellow graduates that you have interacted, studied, and virtually lived together with the last years have also contributed to that you are sitting here today. Your fellow graduates will be the basis of your professional network that is so essential and important in engineering. Engineering is a teamwork, and you will soon realize the importance of being part of a network. Last but not least, the faculty members and instructors you have worked with should also be acknowledged. Let us thank all these that have helped you to where you are today. During your time here at University of Waterloo, you have entered deeply into the different methods and tools of engineering and engineering science. I have met and interacted with many engineers with degrees from this very university, and the education and training provided here is second to none, I dare say. You master now the tools and skills of your respective specializations very well, and now you are in the position to practice them on real-life engineering problems. This will be very exciting, I can promise you. Let me give you some thoughts and reflections of mine on the role and profession of engineering that are based on my almost 20 years in the trade. 40 years in the trade. I think that you have selected one of the most, if not the most, important, interesting, and stimulating career path of today. We all know that the big problems of the future, such as climate change, poverty, health issues, cannot be solved without new solutions by us engineers. I could have talked long about this and listed other challenging problems, but on this occasion I would rather focus on you and your future. I will give you 3 quotations from different individuals that capture the main messages I want to send to you. The first one actually comes from a movie, a classic movie from long time before you were born. It is the Wild Strawberries by the Swedish director Ingmar Bergman. And it's about a professor in medicine, Isaac Borg, and he's celebrating the 50th anniversary of his graduation as a doctor in medicine. Medicine and engineering, I think, have many similarities. Based on science, we solve problems and design solutions for the benefit of humankind. When looking back on his life, Professor Borg says, "What began as a struggle to make a living ended in a passion for a science." I think that many professionals looking back on their careers can agree with him. In the beginning, there are usually many things outside your professions you have to think about, forming a family, creating a home, etc., etc. But very soon, I'm sure that the passion for your profession and what you can create and achieve will be an important part of your lives. You will soon, I'm convinced, be enchanted by the mission of engineering. That is, designing new or improving existing products, systems, processes, services, or to make them more efficient, affordable, and not at least to contribute to a sustainable society. Sustainability is a key feature of good engineering solutions. Being an engineer is a privilege, but we have also obligations and responsibilities for the coming generations. The generations coming after us should have the same possibilities to shape their futures as we have had. A short comment here. Sustainability should always be an obvious characteristic of good engineering solutions. But since there are numerous examples of how this has been violated blatantly in the past, I want to mention and stress sustainability explicitly. My second quotation comes from the US President Dwight Eisenhower. It comes from his time as soldier and commander-in-chief of the Allied forces in Western Europe during World War II. He said, "Plans are useless, but planning is indispensable." What does he mean? Of course, you should have plans for the future, but you should not necessarily be disappointed if they do not materialize as you thought. The only thing that is certain about the future is the uncertainty. However, by proper planning, you can cope with these uncertainties and make something good or even better out of the actual outcome, which might be quite different from what you envisaged. Engineering education, I would say, is one of the most versatile offered. So you are equipped with knowledge and skills that are appropriate not only for the engineering profession. Most of you will end up working as engineers, but I'm quite sure that not few of you will also take up non-engineering positions, management, banking, financial sector, civil service, etc. Your skills are in demand by many and should not be discouraged to take up challenges outside the engineering domain. Going into a new field is, of course, always a risk. One should not be reckless, but taking calculated risks can be the gate to something new and rewarding. This brings me to my last quotation, which is from the Nobel laureate Thomas Tranströmer, who received the Nobel Prize in Literature in 2011. In one of his poems, he wrote, "In the middle of the forest, there is an unexpected clearing. that can only be found by someone who is lost. Of course, it is normally not wise to get lost on purpose, but every one of us who is trying our best to achieve something will sooner or later encounter disappointment, or even what we perceive as failure. This is natural, and we are usually not happy and proud over these shortcomings. However, we should use these in a positive way. We should not despair, but exploit the situation to learn something new and gain experience to be used in the future. If we look around and analyze the facts and circumstances, we might discover the unexpected clearing that will help us to gain new insights or offer an unexpected solution to the problems we are working on. A professional should always be dedicated to the problem or task he or she is working on, even when one has the feeling of being lost. These were the thoughts and reflections I wanted to share with you today. There are, of course, many other things that can be said and are important, but there are more things to follow, and I think we should keep to the time limit that was indicated here earlier, so I will stop here. To summarize, my message in a few words to you, graduates, today will be dedicated. Second, engineering is a teamwork. Use your professional network. And thirdly, be open to new and not originally planned solutions. Class of Engineering Masters and PhDs of 2017 of University of Waterloo, you have now written the first chapter or the preface in the book of your life, and there are many other chapters to follow. As I indicated earlier, I believe that you all have the needed prerequisites to write interesting and amazing books. None of your books will be identical. They will all be unique, and the most important thing is that you're happy and satisfied with them. I sincerely hope that you can look back and be proud, saying that I have made my contribution to make this a better world for you, your families, and all other people living on this planet. Thank you, and I wish you all the best for the future.
Well, good evening. My name is Ian Orchard, and I have the privilege of being the Vice President Academic and Provost. Let me thank Dr. Anderson for his thoughtful words and quotes, and for his advice. And let me welcome him to our group of Waterloo's distinguished alumni. We're now about to create a few more alumni. Will the graduating class all please rise as you are able? Mr. Chancellor, I present those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Well, Chancellor, President, honored guests and participants, this is a great evening. Convocation is perhaps the most rewarding occasion in the life of a university. It evokes our ancient rights and our privileges, and it stirs us with a promise of new beginnings. I would also like to formally thank all of those who have made today possible. To the parents, family, and friends of our graduates, especially those of you who have traveled from afar to be here, thank you. To the university community for developing these scholars and delivering this outstanding event for our new alumni, thank you. And of course, we acknowledge those who have been unable to join us today, but we feel their presence. Now, we think it's important that as the graduate students come across the stage, they are able to locate their families and friends to be able to look and wave at them. And so I thought we'd help them in advance. So could the graduating class please remain seated, but family and friends, parents, please rise as you are able. Graduate students, this is a time to look around and actually find your parents, family, and friends. Maybe identify them by waving. Use some coordinates so when you come across the stage, you know which way to look, where to wave. And graduates, let's thank those who have made today possible. Please be seated. That is something of a first inning stretch. You'll thank me since there is no seventh inning stretch tonight. As we prepare to confer degrees, I do have a few notes. If you'd like to take photos, you may do so in the area to your left of the platform. Please enter this area by going to the left side of the gym, outside and down the hallway. If you approach this area just before your special graduate student is about to proceed across the stage, you can take photos. Once you've taken your photos, please return to your seats to allow others to take photos of their special graduate student. Please remember that some students' names begin with an A, and that inevitably means there might be someone whose name begins with a Z. It really isn't their fault. It is, however, your faults. Please show respect to all your fellow classmates by returning to your seat after being hooded so that we can all share in this celebration together. We will now proceed to the conferring of the degrees. I invite Bruce Hellinger, Associate Dean, Graduate Studies, Faculty of Engineering, to announce the names. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Applied Science. David Abu Chakra, Mohammed Al-Nifro, Ahmed Al-Qurashi. Zara Ashrafi, Fatima Awan, Mohammed Abdurazak Ben Zeglam. Stanislav Bokarov, Stephen Borgdorf, Peter Matthew Brown. Nathan Daniel Pozniak Buchanan, Andrew Carnoval, Apritim Chakraborto. Tandra Chakraborty, Quan Chen, Jill Crum. Yuhi Dio, Liang Dong, Zhengfeng Duan Mu. Arik Emtenen, Emmanuel Bruno Ferrara dos Santos, Tyler Gallant. Adam Daniel Gomes, Dan Lu Gu, Zhen Rong He. Daniel Shatidev Holmes Mitra, Syed Rambod Hosseini Salekde, and John James Huffnagel. Chaozi Jiang, Shen Jiao, Yu Yu Jin. Martin Alois Yonkman, Swapnil Kanabar, Guruparmam Kang. Damla Karastakilu, Rezvan Kianifar, Mina Lee. Jared Lenos, Jianchu Lee, Siun Lee. Bilal Nasarani, Sayeda Maryam, Yasaman Masudi. Deepak Kinney Matar, Ryan Patrick McNamara, Philippe Meszeros, Mojgan Nasiri, Matthew Perrone, Stephen James Peterkin. Zhao Yang Pi, Mitchell McLeod Rushton, Adam Christopher Schneider. Sudhan Shu Soman, duo son Nicholas Lut Shao Tam. Jianian Tao, Ephraim Joshua Trinidad, Roger Wing Hong Sang. Michael Joseph Vitelli, Yuk Hei Wong, Jingzi Zhu. Luzhu Zhu, Atulan Zaman, Ahmed Zawel. Hao Zhang. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Architecture. Piper Birnbaum, Anna Beznagova, Ellie Borgetz. Desiree Natasha Lorraine Gibb, Amanda Gantus, Ji-yoon Kim. Louise Charles Lasnier, Matthew Peter Lawson, A. Scott Proudfoot. Snehanjali Sumanth, Dina Alexivina Trez Drabinia, Carmen Natalia Voda. Sheng Wen Wu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Engineering. Adulu Adesan, Jawed Ahmed, Fakir Alam. Mohammed Hassan Arif, Ida Bar Rami Motalab, Matai Burley. Saqib Zulfikar Butt, Neha Chandra Sekar, Yanan Chen. Michael Tak Yen Chung, Manita Dapi, Lydia Downing. Jia Yang Fu, Meng Zhen Gao, Nima Go Mohammadi. Meng Gu, Si Han, Anton Tony Harrapin. Sainan He, and Ki Huang, and Julao Ilori. Syed Mohammed Mustafa Jaffrey, Shen Ye Jiang, Hai Jiang. Hitesh Kapila, Arshpreet Kaur, Harnoor Kaur, Japneet Kaur, Nazreen Kaur, Rashampreet Kaur, Hassan Rafi Kader, Muhammad Asman Khalid, Tarek Kamash. Umar Mohammed Khan, Lana Kauri, Anuj Kumar. Chairu Lee, Jeffrey Luong, Jioli Lee. Yameng Li, Zhao Li, Cheng Lu. Na Lu, Yi Lu, Yi Liu. Carter Kenner Love, Xiaofeng Liu, Manpreet Kaur. Saeed Atif Masood, Nazli Megalachi, Paola Anita Mendez. Dong Kui Meng, Niyaz Murshed, Hassan Mohammed Nafid Rahman. Tamim Najar, Lisha Nien, Abiri Wachukwu. Amandeep Pabla, J. Rajesh Kumar Patel, Yiting Xiang. Sri Harshaja Ramhatla, Rajatha Ramesh, Kevin Rangan Kamen. Dhruva Jyoti Satarthi, Mihak Sharma, Jin Shi. Shilpa, Igor Simonov, Jasjit Singh. Jazkaran Singh, Mehdi Talebi, Namra Tariq. Suraj Ab Thomas, Arpit Dharambai Thumar, Faiz ul Haik. Ravneet Verma, Daniela Visalmans, Justin John Wan. Su Wang, Yushao Wang, Sukman Kaur Warach. Jawdat Syed Hussein Wasti, Hu Bin Wu, Kai Cheng Wu. Xulan Wu, Sheng Lan Zhao, Xinhe Xing. Xin Yu, Jundi Zhang, Tianqing Zhang. Ziyu Zhang, Chinchao Zhang, Yezi Zheng. Yuan Zhao, Dejun Zhu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Management Sciences. Michael George John Braidford, Sathyan Bhuvanshekaran, Jung Shen. Rashiki Singh Dadwal, Ji Dang, Mohammed Danish. Sriboljub Dimik, Zheng Dong, Jizang Guan. Zizi Han, Hadi Sami Khalif, Daniel Luminaw. Stacy Joan Mahoney, Swapnil Suryakant Patel, Tauhal Kadir. Reena Singh, Yaden Song, Shruti Tirumali Nalan Chakravarthi. Wen Si Wu, Meng Ting Zhu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Usman Ali. Hamza Al-Shawarji. Abdulatif Al-Wasel. Amr Al-Zaidi. Sanam Atashin. Amir Azari. Elnaz Barshan Tajnizi. Amena Barumanand. Zen Kai. Ai Hiseng Chen. Ja Yon Choi. Edward Daniel Sire. Sally Rotby Nashed Dave. Navneet Dinsa. Mohammed Farkhande Borazanjani. Mustafa Farouk Habada, also the recipient of the Amit and Meena Chakma Awards for exceptional teaching by a student. Amin Ganjidost. Ashish Gurav. Biruz Gozapur. Isan Hashemi. Hadi Hossein Zada Kaleg. Yanjun Wang. Golfam Janet. Iman Godezada. Christopher Peter Kohar. Zhenhao Li. Robert Long Liang. Jonathan Lin. Peter Y. H. Lin. Limon Liu. Ping Ma. Mohsen Mahmoudi Sepper. Chow Mai Thai Kwan. Fatima Mohammadi. Saman Mohammadi. Nishil Mohammed. Faizul Mohammed Mohi. Vajahola Montag Hami. Mohammed Salah Munasan. Maziar Muradi. Abu Fazl Mosada. Reza Noruzi Sanani. Ahmed Okeye. Atina Pereira Gar. Mund Anasur Rahman. Jeffrey Stephen Michael Rivers. Mohammed Mahdi Roganazidad. Dulal Chandra Saha. Mohammed Hossein Sarey. Amr Abdelneem Ismail Saeed. Mohammed Javad Shafi. Hamed Shah Savan. Also the recipient for Outstanding Achievement in Graduate Studies in a Doctoral Program. Amir Reza Sirani Bidadabi. Mark Gerard Spangers. Catherine Marion Elizabeth Stewart. Justin St. Maurice. Ilahi Talay Pashiri. Yu-Ji Tang. Ali Reza Tari. Sina Veramini. Lei Wang. Kawei Wong. Gangquan Yang. Shijun Yang. Yi Yang. Qiang Yi. Gurkan Yesalaz. Saigong Zhang. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but who were unable to be present at today's convocation.
I confer the degrees in absentia.
I now invite Feridun Hamdallapur, President and Vice Chancellor, to the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Waterloo is proud to have been invited to award the Governor General's Gold Medal for academic merit in a graduate program. The Gold Medal is being presented to the graduate student who achieved the highest standing in the university in a master's program. Mr. Chancellor, I'm delighted to present the Governor General's Gold Medal to Piper Birnbaum, who graduated in fall 2016 with a Master of Architecture degree. Piper. Well, graduates, you need one more remarks, right? You haven't had enough of it. Let me just first thank you for being here this evening. As I mentioned earlier on, this is the first time that we are having an evening convocation ceremony because our engineering classes are growing fantastically well, and we decided to do 3 ceremonies today. So I thank you for being here, and I thank you for joining us in this very, very important event. I also wanted to thank you for being so curious. At one point in your life, at one point in your career, you decided to pursue an advanced degree. You didn't have to, but you wanted to. Because you're curious about things. You're passionate about finding new things. And that resulted in many, many years of hard work, sometimes frustrating, I believe. Experiments didn't go the way you wanted. The model didn't work the way you wanted. There were times that you didn't know whether it was going to work out. And miraculously, at one point, the light bulb came on and things happened. We count on the knowledge, the new knowledge that you generate. We count on your curiosity. And along the way, you produce some wonderful results. And few of you produced a few children along the way, I believe I saw. Our society depends on you. Our society, our economy, our societies count on you for that new knowledge. That's how we advance. So I thank you for that. You're graduating in a year that is very important to our university and also very important to our country. As we are celebrating our 60th anniversary of our university and 150th anniversary of our country, your contributions are going to make us even more proud of who we are as members of the University of Waterloo and as citizens of this great country. Anytime the University of Waterloo is mentioned, immediately the word innovation comes to mind. And this is what we've been doing. And we will continue doing this for hopefully many more years, but at least for the next 60 years. And we will be doing this by counting on your fantastic creative work, your perseverance, and your hard work. As you will be leaving the University of Waterloo, at least physically, I hope that you will take a few things with you. Our principles, our values, our ideals. That this is an institution that valued the freedom of inquiry the most, in an environment where you could freely search for the truth, search for answers, in an environment that encourage you to be very, very curious, an environment that encourages you to take risks, an environment that encourages you to think outside of the box. You take those with you. Make this university always part of your life, because this university will always remember you as fantastic members of our family. As you're joining now a 200,000 strong member University of Waterloo Alumni Club, I once more congratulate you for what you've done, what you've accomplished, and for choosing to study at the University of Waterloo. And ladies and gentlemen, let me again thank you for being with us this evening. It's very meaningful to our students. These are the formal remarks. Now, graduates and my platform colleagues, I will need your help for a few other things. First and foremost, this was our 11th ceremony. We've been at this since Tuesday morning, and we have thousands of graduates here, and guests, and parents, and family members who came and went here. Everything worked absolutely perfectly. And you know quite well that these things don't happen just because we want them to happen. An army of people worked tirelessly, making sure that everything worked well. Please join me in thanking the staff of the Registrar's Office, Graduate Studies and Postdoctoral Affairs, and University Relations Offices, people who work tirelessly. I believe you enjoyed the music every time when you walked in and when you're walking out as much as I have. I thank you on your behalf to our wonderful band. Thank you so much for the music. And our Chancellor, Tom Jenkins, who's been with us since day one, who's been, as you witnessed, very enthusiastically presided over every single ceremony. Please join me thanking him for his dedication, passion, and for perseverance in work. And I have one final request. This is the final convocation ceremony for our provost, Ian Orchard. Dr. Orchard joined the university a few years ago and has made some fantastic contributions. He has decided to retire end of this month. I don't know why he still looks 25 to me, but I am personally grateful to his contributions. The reason why, one you probably don't know, but he did a lot. He had a lot to do with what you've been able to accomplish. We're very proud to have him as our vice president, academic, and provost. We will miss him very much, but we will always be grateful what he has done for you, for everybody, and for the University of Waterloo. Would you please rise and join me in thanking him for his work? Please be seated. And over to you, Mr. Chancellor.
Well, let this evening be your first lesson about engineering management, because engineers always take up the amount of time that they're allowed, and maybe even a little bit more in their design. So even though we had no bachelors here, we were almost 2 hours anyway. So you've set the benchmark for future years. You're a fantastic graduating class, and it's my pleasure now to say that Convocation is now adjourned.